The contemporary conflict theory is not very different from the traditional conflict theory that we have been reading about and seeing. It is a refined form of the original theory and the perspective that was based upon the works of Engels and Marx. The contemporary theory is different in one way. This is more egalitarian in nature rather than more colored by the revolutionary spirit. The aim is not to make a change in the society, just like the revolution suggested by the original conflict approach. Here we are talking about equilibrium, and we are talking about an egalitarian approach for understanding the society and the roles and relationships within the society. There is conflict because of the dominance of one group over others. However, conflict is not just in terms of class struggle, that is, between rich and the poor, owner and the worker, labor and the industrialist alone. So what we are saying here is, in the contemporary approach, is that the conflict that exists in the society is not necessarily between the owner of industry and the worker or the labor. Not just between the rich and the poor. It can be observed in any groups. Any two groups may have conflict in between them. Members of any group may have conflict that needs to be resolved. We see that it can be between parents and children. It can be between two spouses, husband and wife. It can be between two races, and it can be between genders in the society. Family has an important role to play. Family dynamics involve conflict also. There may be conflict between members of the family. Usually, it can be between the husband and the wife or the parents or the children. But we also see that family has an important role to play when we talk about social placement. Family has a social placement function. Every child who is born in a family is given a certain status by being a member of that family. People acquire certain statuses and rankings in the society because they were born in a certain family that was a part of the society, depending upon the resources that a family has. People who are born in rich families, they try to maintain the status quo. They want to maintain and they try to maintain their hold over the means of production and the amount of wealth that they have. For this purpose, families have many strategies that they use and which are very common according to the norms of that society. One example can be a social class endogamy, that is, marrying within the same social class. हमारे यहाँ भी, हमारे मुआशरे में भी हम देखते हैं कि ये रिवाज जो है हमेशा से पाया जाता है. लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि उनके बच्चों की शादी उसी सोशल क्लास में हो जिससे कि वो खुद ताल्लुक रखते हैं. इसका मतलब यह है कि जो अमाउंट ऑफ वेल्थ या जो दौलत उनके पास है या जो रिसोर्सेज उनके पास हैं, उनके बच्चों के पास भी बहुत देर तक वही रिसोर्सेज रहें जब वो अपने ही जैसी एक और फैमिली के अंदर जाकर शादी करेंगे. और बाज़ औक़ात ये कोशिश भी होती है कि अपने से थोड़ी सी ऊपर की क्लास के अंदर बच्चों का रिश्ता तय किया जाए. The second important function in this regard and the second important attempt that is done is we can see that inheritance norms. All societies have their specified inheritance norms. Who will inherit the property of the parents? The purpose once again is to keep the property within the same track, within the same family and with the members of the same family. Conflict may exist between the members of the same family, and inheritance may be one of the reasons for that. And we see that within the same family, conflict between genders may also exist. मिसाल के तौर पर वालिदैन के एटीट्यूड्स अपने बेटे और बेटी के लिए मुख्तलिफ हो सकते हैं. भाई अपने बहनों के लिए मुख्तलिफ तरह के रवैये रख सकते हैं, जहाँ पर भाइयों के लिए ज़्यादा आज़ादी हो और बहनों के लिए कम आज़ादी हो, या भाइयों को ज़्यादा देर तक तालीम हासिल करने की इजाज़त हो और बेटियों को या बहनों को बहुत ज़्यादा आगे तालीम में जाने की इजाज़त ना हो. So that is why we see that most boys in our society are allowed to go for professional education as compared to girls. Girls have to make an effort to go for higher education or university education or professional education. Conflict perspective, although it's a very intriguing, very interesting, and we can see that it has a practical relevance also. This perspective has also been criticized for its overemphasis on the economic basis of inequality. अगर हम जेंडर के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखें तो हमें ये लगता है कि सिर्फ शायद इकोनॉमी या एक्सेस एंड होल्ड ओवर द मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन एंड वेल्थ इज नॉट द रूट कॉज, नॉट द ओनली रूट कॉज. जेंडर रिलेशंस के अंदर हमें और भी बहुत से इस तरह के वेरिएबल्स और बहुत सी इस तरह की चीज़ें दिखाई देती हैं जो कि दो जेंडर्स के दरमियान में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का या एक खिंचाव का बायस हो सकती हैं, जिनमें से एक एक्सेस टू मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है. लेकिन इसके बावजूद ये एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट पर्सपेक्टिव है जिसकी हमें दिखाई देता है कि सोशल रिसर्च के अंदर और जेंडर रिलेटेड रिसर्च के अंदर बहुत अहमियत है.